Welcome back to class. Go ahead and lie down and we'll start our class as usual with some intentional breathing. Once you find your position, take a long, slow, deep inhalation, followed by a long, slow, deep exhalation. Letting your body release and relax into the floor. Feel your body melt. If you're at the end of your day, let go of the day you just had. If you're at the beginning of your day, let go of all of your plans. Allow yourself to be perfectly present right here, right now. Let go, let go, let go. Find your breath and feel your breath as it flows in and out of your body. Allow it to reach down to your toes, into your fingertips, into the top of your head. Feel it fill your body with each inhalation, expanding out, bringing in peace and calm, helping you rest, relax, and to become more deeply present. Allow yourself to reconnect with your body, noticing what's going on, where you're tight, where you feel good, where there might be discomfort. Notice it all. And notice it without judgment. You're just evaluating. That's it. Bringing more awareness to your body so that you can better honor it throughout our class. Take a few more breaths. And then taking your time, you're going to bend your knees, if they aren't already. Roll to one side and just rest on your side for a moment. And push up with your top hand. Let your head be heavy till the very end. Head comes up and then the eyes open. Welcome. It's nice to have you here. Let's start today's class in Sukhasana, or easy cross-legged, having a seat on your cushion or your lift and bringing your legs out in front of you. So you may have noticed we're moving into some more challenging poses. I really consider these intermediate. So you have been through the beginner poses, we've got them covered, and now for the next few classes we're going to be moving into intermediate level poses. Kind of exciting, isn't it? Feel your sit bones and get long through the body. Roll the shoulders back and down. Reach out through the top of the head. Soften through the hip joint. Let all that tension release. Find your breath. Do you remember aligning the spine when we were sitting on the block between our feet, when we were in the pose that's called Virasana? And we were able to align the spine, and you were feeling whether or not you tend to tip the pelvis forward or tip the pelvis back. I want you to bring that aligned spine feeling as best you can into this pose. And you'll feel the pelvis isn't as free. It's kind of held in place with the hip joint in this position. You have a little bit of movement, but not as much as we did in Virasana. So find that spot where the lower back and the belly are soft. And then lengthen and get really long. Reach out through the top of the head. Heart opens. Good. It's amazing how effortless this pose can become. It still might take a little bit of time. Hang in there. Arms out to the side. Externally rotate, lengthen the arms. Now inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. Feel the reach. Really breathe. Sit bones sink as you lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. On an exhale, twist to your right. Take your left hand outside your right knee, right hand behind you, and revolve. Breathe right into your spine. Feel your spine release. Or at least warm up. May not completely release yet. On an inhale, so wait for your inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead again. And on an exhale, we'll go the other way. Getting right into the upper back. And then sweep the arms up and overhead. One more time. And release. All right, change the cross of your legs. And again, find that sweet spot in your sit bones. Remember, we want to find that sweet spot. And that, excuse me, helps us align the lower back, which then helps us get long through the body. When we're off our alignment, if we're tipped forward or back, we don't get as much lift. We want to feel that alignment. Now bring your arms out to the side. Externally rotate, getting broad. Lengthen the arms. Inhale, bring the arms up and overhead. Feel the reach. Now take your left hand down. You're going to sink through that right sit bone as you reach, 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 reach. And then take it over to the side. Drop your left shoulder away from the ear and make sure your left hand, your fingers are pointing away from your body. That'll align the elbow with your wrist, which helps protect the elbow. And then in turn, the shoulder. And then on an inhale, come back up. Sweep the arms up and overhead. And we'll go the other way. The right hand will come down. You're going to sink through that left sit bone as you reach up the left side and take it over. I love this series. So, so, so simple. So simple. Drop the shoulder and it makes such a difference in our body. And then come back up. Arms come up and overhead. And then release the arms and take a breath. All right. Come up onto all fours. Excuse me. We're going to do table with a twist. We haven't done this one in a while. So up onto all fours, your wrists beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, and you're going to separate the knees a little bit. Give yourself a broader base. Left hand comes in the middle of the two hands and your right arm comes up. You're going to feel the twist in the spine, broaden across the heart. Breathe. And then come back down, thread the needle, right arm underneath the left. And you're going to bend the left elbow so it's away from the head. Just let the arm rest down on the floor. Feel the counter twist. Oh, that felt good. And then come back up onto all fours. And we'll go the other way. So right hand in the middle, left arm comes up. This is another one of those uber simple poses. Well, I'm going to say simple, meaning it's technically not difficult, but this can be hard to do, to lift up. In fact, if you feel a strain in the shoulder at all, just take the hand down and rest it on your waist. And then come down, thread the needle, left arm goes underneath the right. Bend that right elbow away from your head. Feel the counter twist. And then come back up. All right. Doesn't that feel good? Nothing like a good twist. All right, walk the knees back now. I'm going to move into an extended child's. Press the palms, slowly send the sit bones up. We've already warmed up the shoulders a little bit, so it should feel pretty good. Get long through the body. It's still nice to do this before you move into a full downward facing dog. And come on up. Lift the knees and move into downward facing dog. Start with that bent knee, send the sit bones up, lung, 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 come up high on your toes, and take your heels down toward the floor. And breathe. Feel long through your spine. Can you feel that spinal alignment? Isn't that yummy? Nice stretch all the way through the spine. You may not find it's yummy quite yet. Hang in there. This is a divine pose, but it sometimes takes some time. Okay, let's move into plank. So draw the belly up. Remember how we did this? Legs are long and strong, like you have a block between your thighs. Engaging those deep muscles. Now here's what I want you to do. Drop the knees, roll the shoulders back into the back, and hold them there as best you can, and lift the knees back up. That's where I want the shoulders. We're going to lower down into grasshopper. Remember that one? We reviewed that one last time. So dropping the knees, shoulders roll back and down, elbows come in, they hug the body as your chest goes down between your thumbs, and then we're going to come right back up. Now, you have two different ways of coming up, okay? You can come up in the rounded way, which we've talked about before, and that's a good one to do if the strength isn't quite there. Or you can also keep the sit bones lifted. Sorry about the mic, trying to figure out a better way to do this. I find if my hair touches the mic, it gets kind of funky, so you get a little static. I'll try and avoid that. Or come straight up. Do you see the difference? So this one, down, and then straight up. Takes a little bit more tricep strength to do. Now, if you are uber strong, you can go into it as chaturanga. We're going to do a few of these. So with chaturanga, you can come down and come right back up and back into down dog. Okay, so decide the level at which you want to work, and let's do 3 rounds of this. Going to round the back into plank, lower down, knees down, or in chaturanga, and then come straight back up or round up and back into down dog. And we'll do 2 more. Round into plank, lower down, come back up, and 1 more. Round into plank, lower down, and then come back up, back into down dog. Whew. All right, release into child's pose. Let yourself get really small here. Round, hands back by the feet. Let everything go. Soften your neck, soften your belly. Release, release, release. And then come back up. All right, let's move to standing. Grab your block. And we'll start by holding it because I want you to take it and put it between the thighs. Yes, here we go again. Feet are as close together as you can get them without putting too much pressure on the inner thighs. And I want you to root down through the feet. Feel strong between the inner and the outer edge, the front and back. Feel as if the feet are moving down through the ground. You're still balanced between the inner and outer edge here as you draw up. And the drawing up, it may not even feel like drawing up down at the bottom. That's okay, it'll work. Eventually you'll feel it. But start up for sure at the inner thighs. So you're contracting the inner thighs, and then the drawing up, you will feel this because that's that feeling that you really wish you were half an inch taller. And as you lengthen, 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 you begin to engage those deeper posture muscles that we want to have strong. So feel your Tadasana. And then we will take this into Utkatasana, which was the chair pose. Remember, inner thighs are strong. You're going to take the arms straight up. Sit bones go back, so like you're sitting down into your heels. Knees are right. Knees do not go past the toes. They're actually kind of behind the toes. And they're pointed toward the toes. Make sure you get the bigger toe, the bigger toes. The big toes are on the inside of your knees. So the knees aren't dropping in. It's nice because with the block, you can't really drop the knees in, but we're not gonna always have the block. Feel the strength in this pose. and then come back up, arms come down. All right, grab your block, place it on the back side of the right side of your mat. Take a breath. Re-feel your Tadasana. Re-find it. Inner thighs are still engaged. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Heart opens. Okay, so now we're going to move into Trikonasana. Separating the feet, feeling broad across the soles of the feet, long through the body. Bring the arms up, feel broad. Turn the feet to the right. And moving into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Open across the heart. Breathe. Good. Now make sure those legs are still strong. So think of them, for sure straighten them, and then engage the muscles around the legs. Contracting the quadriceps, feeling, making sure that the thighs in particular are firm. And come back up. Turn the feet to the front. Take the block over to the other side. Pause here for a moment. Bring the arms back up. Feel broad across the heart. Turn the feet to the left. Move into Trikonasana. Breathe. Feel the strength in your legs, lengthen your spine. Remember, those legs are really strong here. They're supporting you, so this bottom hand doesn't actually have to touch, right? This bottom hand, as you press the bottom hand down, watch for a moment, it's going to help you open across your heart. That's the point of the bottom arm. It's not to support you. It's not a kickstand. It's to open the heart. All right, come back up. Turn the feet to the front. Arms come down. Take your block back over to the right side. Step back into Tadasana for a breath. Feel the body. And now we'll do Ardha Chandrasana, or half moon pose. So we haven't done this one in a while. We start off in Trikonasana in this one. So moving into your Trikonasana. And remember, you want to feel good and grounded in Trikonasana before you go any further. Drop the top arm, bend your front knee, bring that block up and out from your pinky toe. And then you're going to lift the back leg up, open the shoulder, and if you can add the top arm, go ahead. Otherwise, you can just stay down. That's just fine. Breathe. And then come back down, back into Trikonasana. And come on up and out. Turn the feet to the front. Block goes to the other side. Arms come up. Turn the feet. Trikonasana. Legs are strong. And drop the top arm. Bend the front knee. Block goes up and out. Head goes into the orchid. Go ahead and straighten that bottom leg. And you can add the top arm if you'd like, or you can also just leave it down. Just fine. Breathe. All right, and come back into Trikonasana. And up and out. All right, turn the feet to the front, step back into Tadasana. And you can set your block aside. We're not going to use it now for a moment. Take a breath. Now, have your feet about hip width apart. And just so you know, hip width, most of the time people overestimate their hips. Actually, what I will say is women overestimate and men underestimate. I don't know why that is, but that's just out of having thousands and thousands of students come through my classroom over the years, I have noticed that. If you line your feet up though with your hip points, that's about hip width. What I really want are your heels lined up with your sit bones. That's actually the best alignment But that's kind of a hard assessment to make because we don't really know where our sit bones are from this, especially in this position. But if you think of the hip points, that usually helps. Okay, so now that you're grounded on both feet, pretend you have the block between the inner thighs. So you're engaging up, being long through the body, and you're going to bring the arms up by the ears as you bend the legs back, moving into Utkatasana. Feel the strength in your legs. Make sure the inner thighs are engaged. Pretend the block is there. Make sure the knees are going right over the toes, so the big toes are on the inside of the knee. And then come back up, and arms come down. Okay, we're going to take this pose into a new one called Garudasana, or eagle pose. Let's do the arms first. The arms in eagle pose are right arm hooks. Maybe I'll give you a side view, that might be better. So you just bring the right arm up like this, left arm hooks in the crook, and you wrap the arms around so the palms are together, like so. Okay, can you see that? And then you're going to draw the elbows down. I can't do it very well because I'm going to hit my microphone. But you draw the arms down. So this is the Garudasana is eagle pose. It's actually birth of a baby eagle. So if you can imagine an eagle all wrapped up in its shell, like so. Okay? Now, we're going to do legs as well. The legs are a little tricky, but there are options. Oh, and there are options for the arms too. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention them. If you can't get all the way across, sometimes when you have a lot of weight on the front or really, really tight across the front and back, that can keep us from being able to compress the front or to be able to stretch the back. Just come to here, and you can hold on to fingers or just hold cross. If you can get here but can't grab the hands, then just hold here. That's just fine. Bring the hands as close together as you can. You can also put a strap between the two hands. Okay? Now, legs. We start in Utkatasana, and we'll start with the weight on the right leg. Left leg comes up and over. Now, final pose is, if I can show you the final pose, is to wrap the leg all the way around and hook the toes. But if you can't, you can leave it out here. You can put a toe down. You can even be here. There's lots of variations here. Even if you're here, that's fine. Find that balanced position. Okay, so we'll do it first, just the legs, and then we'll add the arms, and then we'll do it all together. So we'll do it 2 times. All right, starting in Utkatasana, you're going to, but don't worry about the arms, just sit your weight back. Take your weight onto your right leg, bring the left leg up and over. Cross as high as you can. The higher you can cross, the better chances you have of being able to hook your toes. Plus, the deeper you go, the easier it is to hook your toes as well. So there's your position. Right arm comes up, left arm hooks and wrap. And breathe. Go just a little bit more deeply. And then you're going to release, everything comes out, and you bring the arms out and take the foot down. Take a breath. Let's do the other side, Utkatasana. Actually, take the arms out, sorry. Take your weight onto your left leg. Right leg comes up and over. Do whatever you need to do with that leg. Toe on the floor is just fine. Left arm comes up. Arms wrap. Shoulders are down. Sink just a little bit more deeply. Find your breath. And then release. Come out and take it down. That one gets the heart rate up, huh? Gets you heated. Okay, so putting it together. Utkatasana, arms come up. Take your weight over to the right leg. Right arm comes down. If you want to do these separately, feel free. Right arm comes down and wraps. So it's on the bottom. Left arm hooks in the crook. Release. Take the arms out to the side. And the leg as well. And back into Utkatasana, other side. Left arm comes down, take the weight onto the left foot, right leg comes up and over, right arm comes up and over. and then release. Take it out and down and take a breath. I am definitely out of breath, just a little bit. All right, grab your block, place it in front. Let's do an Uttanasana. And we're doing this Uttanasana to prepare for Shavasana as well. So feeling broad across the soles of the feet. Fold forward right from your hip hinge. Legs are long and strong, hands go down. Feel the sit bones reach back behind you as you lengthen your spine. Now I want you to relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows. Let your head tip down just a little bit without rounding the spine. Just let your head go down, and that helps you begin to turn inward and quiet the mind as you prepare for Shavasana. And then scoop up all the way up. Take a breath. Good. All right. We are going to move right into Shavasana now. So go ahead and lie down. Draw your knees into your chest, and I'll meet you there. So use this moment of hugging your knees in to just help yourself relax and release a little bit more. To just help yourself become more present as you prepare for Shavasana. And go ahead and extend the legs. Make sure your body is truly symmetrical. And take 3 deep conscious breaths, using each of the exhalations to help you release and relax more and more. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Soften the soles of your feet, palms of your hands, and all the tiny muscles in your face. Soften your forehead. Letting the skin smoothen out towards your temples. Relax your eyebrows. Soften your eyes. Let everything go. And enjoy your relaxation. gently, calmly, and ever so peacefully begin to bring your awareness back, deepening your breath and gently moving at your fingers and your toes. In your own time and at your own pace, slowly and mindfully, work your way back up to a quiet, seated position. Allow your head to be the last to come up, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Inhaling, bring your arms up and overhead. Palms come together over your head. Bring your hands down, rest your thumbs at your forehead, and set an intention for compassionate thoughts. Bring your hands down to rest at your mouth and set an intention for compassionate words. Bring your hands down to your heart, and as you bow your head to your heart, set an intention to be compassionate with yourself. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next class.